and welcome to episode 15 of the Squadcast, the official podcast of Glasgow Warriors. Thank you to everybody for tuning in and for everybody that turned out for Friday night's draw with Bath. Not the result we wanted, but home last 16 tie secured. I'm joined, as pretty much per usual, by Mr. Murphy Walker. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you.
Your initial thoughts on Friday night's game before we get into anything else?
It was really scrappy, the game itself. Couldn't really get ourselves a foothold in the game, but unlucky to come out with a draw. On the off-field stuff, it was actually really good seeing everybody pre-match at the silent disco and then also in the clubhouse. Got quite a good feedback in the clubhouse from about the Squadcast, so yeah, we're working on that. So shout out to the person, you know who you are. We've also been requested that we get Matt Fag on and demo at some point as well.
Watch this space.
By said person, so that'll be happening in the future. But yeah, for the meantime, we've got a Scotland international, a Glasgow Warriors player of the season, and it's Ross
Rory
Thompson.
Dodge.
Ross Thompson, welcome to
It's an honour
the
to be here.
best Squadcast that's listened to millions worldwide.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep. I think my mum and dad will be listening to this, so
Shout
shout out to Keith and Claire.
Keith.
We actually should find out if... Oh, you weren't here for that, but we should probably find out if Cameron Neald's mum and dad actually ever did listen to his episode, given that he spent about 30 seconds saying if they were aware it existed, they would listen to it. So, Cam, if you're listening, please fill us in. But Ross, how are you?
I'm grand, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah, all good.
We've not seen you on the pitch for a while. Obviously, you're still in recovery mode from ankle surgery.
Ankle surgery, yep. And so I had plate put on my fibula and a tightrope put in my syndesmosis.
Now you're just throwing words at us, mate.
Well, yeah, the words to me as well. But it's coming along nicely, actually. Was running last week, and I'll be picking up the running a bit this week. And then, it's coming along well.
Feeling good?
Feeling very good, yeah. Feeling really good.
He's made it the hard stuff. He did pretty much the exact same stuff as Dard, but tried to play on whereas Dard just whimpered on the floor.
Yeah.
So, Ross is a team player.
He does. We can't get Rory on to defend him because everybody's gone home at this point.
Exactly.
So, but the other thing as well, we should probably point out as well, you are now officially a lawyer.
Well, no.
You're not officially a lawyer.
No. I've graduated from uni. I couldn't go to my
time.
I couldn't. Yeah, 5 years later, I couldn't go to my graduation because I just broke my ankle, fractured my ankle. So I was in a moon boot, so I didn't go to that. But yeah, I've graduated. I've not qualified or anything. There's still another 3 years to go to qualify. So,
but if somebody walks up to you in the street and says, "Oh,
no, I can't. No, I can't do any of that either." So,
oh well.
Nope, can't give out any useful tips or anything like that. So, but I've got a piece of paper that says I've done a law degree. So,
and very well earned it was as well. So, congratulations.
Yep, glad it's over, and yeah,
on to bigger and brighter things.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, hopefully it's.
Hopefully just playing rugby, yeah, exactly. I've not played any rugby since then, so...
Oh, yeah.
Was that when you graduated? But it was roughly the same time? No,
yeah, I played
November,
one game of rugby since then. Maybe two. So
maybe you need to get back on the uni.
I know, well, maybe exactly. Maybe it's
good
that.
omen.
So just get a master's going.
I might have to.
Yeah, fair enough.
I might have to do that.
And if you've got a suggestion for what Ross's master should be in, comment on every social media post you see with the Squadcast on it. And we'll put them to him.
Oh yeah, look forward to that.
On Ross Thompson Part 2 on the Squadcast, whenever that is at some point, probably next season. Rewinding ever so slightly, obviously last 16 in Europe secured. We are home to the Dragons the weekend of the 31st of March, 1st and 2nd of April. Details to be confirmed by EPCR at some point in the not too distant future. We've got a decent warm-up with them this weekend, though. We've obviously got the Dragons away down at Rodney Parades. Either of you've played Dragons before?
I've played the Dragons. I've never played at never had the pleasure of playing at Rodney Parade.
No, because you played
them at the Millennium.
Played them in the Millennium, played them in Cardiff City as well, I believe. Cardiff City Stadium, the football ground?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. So I've never played them at Rodney Parade, but I think they've done out the pitch there this season.
Yeah.
So it's...
they had their rebrand as well.
Yeah, so I think we'll always be looking forward to going down there and hopefully get back on the winning streak.
Yeah. Murphy, you ever come across the Dragons?
Not against the Dragons, no.
Have you not?
No. Played every other Welsh team.
Yeah.
But the Dragons.
So I've never played Munster or Connacht.
I'm the same with Irish.
Yeah.
Played against Ulster and Leinster.
There you go.
All opponents
Fun
coming up in the last bit of the season. So
yeah, true.
there you go. Get yourselves back on the pitch, lads. We'll sort that out. Anyway, moving swiftly onwards into the body of the Squadcast itself, for those of you that have never listened before, in front of Murphy and Ross at this point, actually, is our Squadcast hat. We are on our winter hat today because, well, it was the first one out. In that hat are our Squadcast scenarios written on little scraps of paper. They will be drawn out. Ross, your job is to entertain the listeners as best you can while answering said scenarios, and generally making sure that people don't drop off board.
I will try my best.
It is our Burns Night special today, so every question in that hat today relates in some way to either Burns Night, Scotland, some sort of Scottish theme. Yeah. Any questions?
No questions. I think I understand the concept of the game.
Good, because I'm not taking your cross-examination.
Who is the most Scottish teammate?
There we go. A very broad spectrum to start today.
Ryan Wilson.
Yeah.
He will thank you for that answer.
I'd maybe go for Duncan Weir or Sean Kennedy. The two that come to mind.
Or Wombat.
Wombat, yeah.
Jimmy Batty.
Probably more just because of their accent. They've all got pretty strong Scottish accents. And yeah, can't really think of any other reason other than that.
Fair enough. I was about to say, what sort of criteria are you going for from this? But the accent seems to be the primary.
I'd say they're very patriotic as well.
Yeah.
Well, like a lot of people are, but don't know. I think with the accent, I think that's probably makes them pretty Scottish. I can't really think of what.
My initial thought was Donkey.
Yeah, Dunkies, the heart of Glasgow.
Yeah.
I had haggis for tea last night though, so
that might come in handy later on in the questions. You never know.
So that makes me pretty Scottish. Who else? I don't know.
Well, there's quite a few boys, obviously, because they're from Scotland. But
Well, yeah, it's loads. But
Donkey's kind of, other than his little trip to Worcester, he's kind of been in Scotland all his life. So that was the only reason that kind of sprung to my mind.
yeah,
Same with Sheba.
Alloa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody past teammates that spring to mind for this one as well?
Oh, that's an obvious
Rob
one.
Harley.
Yeah.
There you go. Kind of went
yeah.
fishing for that answer, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
Who else were you going to say? Then?
Well, I was going to say Gregor, but Gregor's not even lived in Scotland that much. So
Which Gregor?
Greg Brett.
Oh, right.
But that was just on the back of the
Brown.
ginger hair Rob Harley.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but he's got too much of a posh boy accent to be. Because if you met him in the street, you go, "Oh, you're either from England that has spent time in Scotland at like Edinburgh Uni or something, or you know that Edinburgh Uni accent, one of them."
yeah, okay.
But
Yeah, I get
he's where did he live? Nigeria,
Egypt, I think, as well.
Egypt, and as well, yeah. So
yeah, pretty globe-trotting childhood.
He certainly is.
he was a busy child, but yeah, Rob Harley, get the Braveheart face paint on him,
True.
Yeah.
done.
That must have happened at some point.
Galloping across the
I
field.
remember we did the See You Jimmy hats for
Yes.
Rob's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, they weren't the hats. It was the wigs.
The wigs, yeah.
The wigs.
Did them for Rob's game. So
Shiz wore his the best. Shiz with hair was the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I do encourage you, if you haven't seen that video, go and find it on our social media because, yeah, shiz with a ginger wig is
It's
a sight to behold.
Yeah.
Anyway, dig in. Question
Next
number 2.
one. Toast a teammate, whiskey not included.
There you go.
Is this just like
Pick a teammate, toast your teammate. It's Burns supper.
on you go, Murphy. After you.
you're the guest?
No, you go for it. You pick the question. So I've just answered my question.
I don't know what line to go down here.
What lines are you thinking?
Be nice or be not nice.
Are you going to do a poem?
I don't know any poems off the top of my head. I'm not the best poet, Ross.
yeah.
You would know that. You stumped me with this one, Craig.
Ross, I'm going to go on a limb here and say if he goes down the toast him in a not so nice manner, he's going to pick one of the Fagersons. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No.
I would have thought he would have gone for the Fagersons probably, or one of the young boys that he would have gone for.
What are you trying to say?
What?
What are you trying to say?
No, nothing. I'm just
trying
saying
to
that's
figure-
how.
I was in my head. I was trying to figure out some way to roast you
Go
about
for
how
it.
you call pork, and how you say knife before fork. That rhymed. That was pretty good.
That was all right.
That was pretty good.
For a self-admitted poetically challenged human being, that is actually not bad.
Yeah. To Ross, the man that calls pork, and says knife before fork.
Genius.
Toasted.
Nobel Prize coming your way.
Ross?
No, that was great. Next question, I think.
Move on.
That was a tough one.
That was a tough question. Pick 3 teammates to join you at a Burns supper, past or present.
What criteria are you going to try to hit here?
I don't know. I think it's not the most complicated meal to cook, so you don't need a good exactly. So you don't need a good you don't need a good chef.
So that's Argentinians ruled out.
Maybe I'll go for I always enjoy Ollie's company and Murphy's, and maybe I don't know.
Any previous?
Oh, past players. Who'd be a good past player? Nico was always pretty funny.
Nico at a Burns supper is an image I
remember hearing that story about him with Wilson. I think it was Christmas.
Yeah, when he first arrived.
Something like that. Yeah, Nico would probably be pretty funny. Yeah.
I'd probably share the same.
Just some good friends to have around to share a meal with, I'd say.
Exactly.
Anybody bringing the whiskey? Are you allowed whiskey at this point?
If you want a
Yeah,
break,
can have a wee dram.
get fuzzy. You can bring some wines and
That's
whiskies.
a smart shout, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, given his career path post rugby.
Keba would be pretty good with that as well.
Yeah. Outstanding. Jamie Batty, he'd be great because his fiancée Sophie works actually in the whiskey industry, so
There you go.
every whiskey you want.
Straight link.
Yep. All
Uh,
about who you know.
yeah.
So we'll pin you down now between the two of you. Who's your 3?
A table of 8 now.
I was going to say,
I know, yeah, we
this
got
table's
this is
expanded.
Include 3 teammates. I'm gonna go for.
What about a past table and a current table?
Okay, well, yeah, we can have
There you
a
go,
past
Ross.
table and a
Okay.
present table.
My current table, I'm going to go for my good friends Murphy Walker, Ollie Smith, and I'll take Greg Brown. And my past table, Nico, Rob Harley, because I think he'd do a good toast. He'd do a good, toast to the haggis. I could imagine him doing that very well. And we'll take, we'll go for Fuzzy.
Great shout.
That's a pretty decent Burns supper right there, I think.
Yeah, I can imagine that being good fun.
Next one, again.
Your tour guide around Scotland is the first person to come up on your Instagram stories. Who is it?
I don't have Instagram.
Oh, yes, you've been on your cleanse, haven't you?
Me and Darge are having a competition to see who can last the longest without social media.
Fair
So
enough.
me and Darge are injured together, and so we spent a lot of time. Oh, I forgot Darge. I should have brought that. I was going to say. I forgot Darge. Yeah, I'd bring Darge. Darge can come as a +1 with Murphy because he lives with him. Or maybe we'll have it at Murphy's flat and then Darge can come along. I completely forgot about Darge. He'll be gutted because he was.
I was literally about to say when you said Gregor, I was like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh yeah, Darge.
And then if you said Darge over Gregor, that's split.
Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully Darge isn't listening to this. So.
Gregor won't listen either, so it's all right.
We do a really good job of selling this podcast to a prospective audience. Yeah, nobody will be listening to this. Oh,
Murphy made me listen to these episodes when we were sharing a room together in South Africa.
Good.
He'd play them before we went to bed.
And you loved it, didn't you?
Well, I was trying to go to sleep at this point.
I can't
And
believe it. Honestly, South Africa was the biggest bonding experience for Ross and I.
Yeah?
we spent 2 weeks together and then
Same room.
another 4 weeks.
Same room, but it was one of those rooms that has like fridge, washing machine, sink, like the whole.
So you basically
Murphy
Like
Murphy
how we
shrunk all my clothes in the washing
Yeah.
machine.
It was a washer dryer, and we obviously didn't understand. I've never had a washer dryer, so I just chucked in, clicked a few buttons, and then away it went. But
Yep.
yeah, we were the lucky few.
We didn't
handful
we didn't get ill at all.
that didn't catch illness. So we just had a great time. Ross was just sitting there playing solitaire on his iPad.
Yep.
Like a child.
And Murphy was listening to the Squadcast.
Yeah,
Good.
Listening to himself on the Squadcast.
I personally see no problem with that. That's fine.
exactly.
Yeah.
You'll be listening to yourself in a couple of days' time. Anyway.
Okay.
I've actually completely forgotten what the original question was.
Yeah, I don't know what was
the question.
You're a guide around Scotland.
Oh, yeah, the
the
Instagram.
person who comes up on your Instagram. You don't have
Oh,
Instagram.
okay. Yeah, me and Darge are having a competition to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
Yeah.
who can stay off social media the longest. And so far, we both lasted pretty long.
Okay, well, we won't ask you to. We won't ask you to bring that. So
I could.
It's
I
all right,
wonder who
we'll-
I texted last.
well, that would also work. Yeah, we can change that. Who was the last person you texted, WhatsApped, whatever your chosen mode of communication is?
Mine on
It was Murphy.
Oh, there we go.
It was Murphy. Then it was Darge. So yeah.
Would you back them as tour guides? And bearing in mind one of them's right there.
I think Darge would only take you to Aberlady, so I'm not sure I want to go to Darge's tour of Aberlady. Murphy up to Dundee.
I could, yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
Murphy would do a good tour of Dundee.
Nice.
Yeah, I think they'd be all right. They'd be very welcoming.
You've been to
I have been to your
Yeah,
house,
so-
your old
yeah,
house.
our old house now. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember why. Oh, we were coming back from Condor.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Gives me
and
nightmares already. Got a shiver.
and I had to stop
Traffic,
off.
yeah.
There was really bad traffic, so I stopped off. Yeah. Yeah. No. Murphy and Dodge do a good tour, I think.
Yeah. Murphy, you back yourself as a tour guide?
I reckon I'd do a job.
Yeah.
Take them to some sites. Haven't the usual
Uh,
Edinburgh Castle,
Classics.
the Clyde.
The Clyde.
Take them to that.
It's over there.
Yeah,
10 minutes down the road.
Dundee. Arran's really nice.
Aaron, nice.
It's like a miniature Scotland, is what they say, or something like that. It's
I've
like,
never heard that before, but
Yeah, I've
Aaron is
never heard
solid.
that. I
like
think
if you want to see all of Scotland in like a quick, like snapshot,
okay.
you go Arran apparently,
Okay.
But
Murphy's
what
on
for? What
commission.
reason?
because it's got like all different elements of
Uh,
nice hikes, big mountain, all that stuff.
Murphy's on commission from the Aaron tourist board. But
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with Aaron. Anyway, moving on.
Ross.
Nice little shake there as well. Was that good?
who 11 is who 11 most likely to eat haggis, neeps, and tatties all year round?
I'm assuming that's meant to be who is.
Show me
Yeah, it
that.
says who 11.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
Okay.
That's who.
Who
11.
is?
Is there a
is?
wee
Who-
drawing on that one?
I'll
as well?
start that again. Who is most likely to eat haggis, neeps, and tatties all year round?
Well, you had it last night.
Well, I had haggis, neeps, and tatties for dinner last night, and
Fifth time.
I've still got some left over, so
Oh,
I will save that for Wednesday. Today.
tonight. Yeah, there we
Today.
go.
I will save that for today. Yeah, I could. To be fair, we used to have haggis quite a lot as kids
Yeah.
growing up.
Love haggis.
Not just on. I know most people will probably just, or quite a lot of people will probably just have it on Burns night, but yeah, we have it.
Are you
Quite a
a,
bit.
are you a haggis traditionalist? Is it haggis, neeps, and tatties, and that's it, or do you experiment with haggis?
Yeah, no, I
recipes or-
don't. I don't go any further than that, and I like to mix my haggis, neeps, and tatties together into a
Fair
big
enough, yeah.
pile. I don't like
Mash.
people who have it separately and they'll put little bits in
I'm
the
for
forks.
that.
I'd rather have a big bowl of mash.
A bit of mint jelly or
No,
really?
just
See, that's a controversial one. There,
Yeah.
to be right honest with you.
Sometimes
jelly.
when I'm feeling fancy, I put a wee bit of mint jelly on the side.
That's fair enough.
But usually I do the mush,
yeah. No, it's
the
good.
big mush in the bowl.
To be fair, I didn't actually. It was a pre-made neeps and pre-made
As
tatties.
in
I didn't.
microwave or
Yeah, microwave. So I didn't actually boil and mash the potatoes.
When Gus and I lived together, Gus had tried to make an attempt at making mash, and it turned out to be like water.
Ah,
We used to do it when I stayed with my
Minging.
stayed in my student flat. We always did a Burns night, or just made haggis,
Yeah.
neeps, and tatties, and they were always good fun.
everyone, friends from high school, and they all live around the place. Did a Burns night in York one year, and the only way I could convince them to do a Burns night was to let them have Yorkshire puddings on it, and I don't actually think I've ever felt the same since.
Did you put the haggis, neeps, and tatties in the Yorkshire
Oh,
pudding?
no. The Yorkshire puddings were very much confined to the
Oh,
side
right,
of the
okay.
plate. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not. No,
You ever had haggis, neeps, and tatties on a roll?
I haven't, but I feel like I might need to investigate this.
Good.
Yeah.
Also,
We,
I can't remember.
we had haggis bonbons. We had haggis bonbons the other night as
That
well.
was 2 nights ago.
Yeah,
Or
So
3
you
nights
I
ago.
had a lot of haggis recently,
Yeah.
So
so
actually
pretty
the
much, yeah, me is the
It's
answer to
you.
the question.
Ross Thompson, the man who would eat haggis all year round.
Yeah, no, I do like haggis. I don't like vegetarian haggis though.
No.
I used to be
No.
allergic to lentils when I was younger,
Oh, yeah.
and
What,
they're
have
made
you just
with
grown
made
out
with
of it?
lentils, and well, so I wouldn't really eat it.
How are you allergic?
Well, no, so I ate a lentil, and then I found out I was allergic, but I've grown out of it now
You've
because
grown
I
out
used
of
to.
an
I used
allergy?
to. So
You do that?
poppadoms
Yeah.
made with lentil flour. I know this is not Scottish at all, but they're made with lentil flour, so I used to not be able to eat them.
Hey, the country that invented the chicken tikka masala, curry talk is all right with us.
Well, there we go. So,
There we go.
I
and
never knew that.
vegetarian haggis made with lentils.
Who was feeding you vegetarian haggis?
No, so we used to do a burn. So I used to go around to my grandma and granddad's house for a burn supper and a games night and it was with my grandma and granddad's next door neighbours, Jim and Sadie, who are
You telling me about this?
like, so they would be there. Sadie's now she's 95 maybe,
Should listen to
maybe
this.
96. If she can work the Spotify, then I'll get her to listen to this. And we used to play games and have a burns night. So yeah,
Nice. I like that.
good fun.
So the answer to the question is Ross
It's
Thompson.
Ross Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if that makes you the first person to ever answer yourself as a question on the Squadcast, but that's actually
Well, only through having no idea what other people eat, how often other people eat haggis,
fair enough.
and the fact that I'd had it twice in the last couple of days.
Who knows the most about Scotland?
Um,
Depends what topic.
You can go through a short list. You'll be all right. As we're going.
Scottish football. I would say Duncan is up there. Duncan Weir knows a lot about Scottish football.
yeah,
And so does Molly. She did it last week, but I can't remember what it was. It was
Alphabetical ordering of every team that's ever won the Scottish Cup.
Yeah.
oh, what, she did it off the top of her head?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Fair. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but knows the most about Scottish history. You know anyone? Rob was obviously
Yeah, Rob. Yeah,
an advocate for Scottish history. Loved it.
remember doing the Scottish Wars of Independence at school.
You did.
We studied that. Yeah,
I just like watching Braveheart. And
yeah.
Is it the last? What's the one on Netflix called?
Yes, basically Braveheart 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
can't
thought-
remember it either.
What's it called?
It's like the Last King something.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah, a lot of people like Chris Pine.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was really good. Pretty brutal, but
yeah.
great watch.
Fair enough.
On back onto the question about who knows the most about
I keep forgetting the question. Who knows the most about Scottish?
Scotland.
Scotland.
I'd say the shared intellect about Scotland is on par with everyone else's. Just seems to
Kind of thinking, no one jumps out.
no.
I'd imagine the horns would both be pretty.
Oh yeah.
Would
That'd
both be
great,
pretty
yeah.
good.
I can see that. Just general.
Both.
Just a general overview of Scottish
Yeah.
knowledge.
Everything
Yeah,
Scottish.
I could see
yeah.
that.
Who would look best in a kilt? I'm gonna go for. I think Domingo would look pretty good in a kilt.
Durango? Yeah.
Yep.
Are you a kilt or trews guy?
Yeah, trews. I got kilt and trews for my 21st birthday, which was actually during lockdown, so didn't end up getting it till my twice later on, a lot later on, and I've only managed to wear it once since, and I wore the trews. But yeah, I'd probably go trews over a kilt.
Fair enough. Murphy?
I like a kilt because you can obviously get a nice sporn with it.
Mm.
I've got a Angora rabbit. What's that? A white rabbit as a sporn. It's quite nice.
Oh, right, okay.
Very soft.
Fair enough.
And then obviously the traditional family tartan. But I love a trews, especially for formal events,
Fair enough.
i.e. when you won your award. I know that was a year after.
The awards.
The awards
I didn't.
tonight. That was in this. That was done in the
That was
stands
in-
here.
Yeah, two very different presentations,
Yeah.
I think, there, yeah.
One at
That
a
was
nice hotel and one just sat in the stands at Scotstoun.
I was more than happy with that.
Yeah, I like both. I'm actually looking to get a new pair of trews done.
Family tartan.
Yeah, I've got the Black Watch tartan currently.
Okay.
Got that as a 21st birthday present.
Nice.
But yeah, either looking at the Walker tartan, or for some reason our tartan's a Campbell of Argyll, because apparently the Walker's got some connection to them. So that clan.
Okay.
So that's the one we've always used. That's the one I've got in my kilt. But I found a Walker one, and in the tartan book or record, whatever. That's weird that you say that because it's on one of my
Yes.
on one of my tabs on Safari.
Indeed.
That's,
Very nice.
that's the colour there. It's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
for the listeners. It's like blue with a bit of white and
Blue?
Look at the blue.
All right. Yeah. Okay. It
Yeah, I can
doesn't
see-
doesn't look blue. From
It does look slightly grey from here.
yeah.
Yeah. So looking to get that made at some point.
Nice.
Because the other ones aren't really.
For an event that's planned, or
No, just for future events.
nice.
Maybe like your marriage or something in the future.
Yeah, hilarious.
Oh dear.
But yeah, no, I like Drews, but kilt I think is the one to go for, just a traditional.
Fair
Nice.
enough. Anybody that you would vote for who looks best in the kilt?
Oh, I would say imagine JP in the kilt. That'd be so
See the
funny.
long kilt.
No, that's what I mean. That'd be funny. Who would look good in a kilt?
Lucio.
Yeah, I'm thinking the foreigner boys because I've seen the likes of Ollie and that in kilts, and it's just like seen you
Who could you not imagine wearing a kilt?
not imagine.
Yeah. Who
Franco. Out of the players, it's a tough one. You clearly have an answer in mind.
No, I don't. I was just asking
right.
you. I was just trying to prompt a couple more questions.
Jamie Drummond,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
because he'd have a tiny wee kilt.
Oh, pleasant.
No, Franco Smith. Couldn't imagine him in a kilt.
Fair enough.
Stay tuned.
Tomorrow night, Burns night.
I suppose.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Good point.
This evening.
Give us a good one to end on then.
Okay, let me pick a good one out of this hat. And just
I hope this doesn't happen on every Squadcast that Murphy just chooses the questions that he wants to answer.
No, never.
Not all the time.
Right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I was born ready.
Remake a Scottish film with your teammates.
Who would I want in it?
Yeah. Who are you picking as your main actors? Also,
Um,
how many Scottish films are there?
Don't-
Braveheart.
My immediate reaction went to Still Game, but that's not a film.
Oh well, that's
roll with
your
that.
answer with that. Like,
Still
we'll go with
Games.
You're just wanting to plug
We did
yourself
have
here.
No, I was. I don't know why. I
Yes,
don't know why
you
I
are. I knew exactly what line you were going to
didn't.
If you want a good, what's that called again? Thumbnail for the video, I've got something. For
No,
for
don't
what
use
you're
that.
gonna say. Go on.
I wasn't. No, I was just thinking Still Game because that's
Yeah,
I'm
because
trying
you
to think, what are the
do.
Scottish. So what other Scottish things can we think of?
You do a
well, what other, maybe
Ross does a great impression
no,
of
I
Still
don't.
Game.
I don't.
I've got a full-on video of Ross in a little skit.
No, we don't.
I watch it when I'm bored, Ross.
Who would I have?
I mean, yeah. To be fair, from a Scottish point of view, I know it wasn't particularly made Scottish. You put like Braveheart, Trainspotting.
Train Spotting. That's a
Dodge.
good one.
Dodge.
Dodge when he used to have his like buzz
it's
cut.
like full buzz cut.
Yeah.
Sitting there with
else
a
is
bottle
there?
buck fast.
Local hero from a little bit further back in the day.
I don't know that one.
Oh,
Sunshine on Leith.
Sunshine on Leith. Proclaim us
Musical.
Far Away. There you
Yeah.
go.
Can't really think of any others.
Balamori.
I would go Still Game and I'd have Duncan Weir. I'd have Mikey the physio.
That's who.
Oh, I don't know. Donkey would be Jack Jarvis Esquire. I'd Mikey can be Victor.
Okay.
Need a Winston and a Tam. Who else? Does anyone else have Scottish like really Glasgow accents?
There's not many folk that are from Glasgow in the squad. Always.
Yeah, I'll put Ollie can be.
Prestwick accent.
Ollie can be. I'll put him as Winston.
Ollie Smith for the record.
Ollie Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I reckon that'd be.
From opposed to Ollie Kebble from Prestwick.
I'd have Lucio as Bobby the
barman.
barman, just because it's
Just
got
'cause the
similar
hair.
Just
Yeah.
similar hair. Who else? Yeah, I think that's a pretty. You've
Okay.
got a good sketch going on there.
I await it with bated breath.
If you can get the four of them to do that, then I'll be impressed.
And you're definitely not putting yourself in the.
No, I don't think I've got the accent.
Listen, you've got what it takes.
No, I don't think I do.
Right, Greg, I'll fire you that video. You can
There's no career in acting for me.
make the judgment on that, Craig.
And on that bombshell, we shall call an end to episode 15 of the Squadcast before Ross finds himself even more uncomfortable in the hot seat than he already is at this point. Thank you very much to both of you for sticking around. Ross, we'll hopefully see you back on the pitch before too long.
Thank you very much for having me on.
Pleasure.
Been a pleasure.
Murphy,
Thanks,
we'll
Ross.
see you probably next week.
Yeah,
barring
I'll
anything
be here.
unforeseen. Yeah, we'll see you then. My name is Craig Wright. He's been Ross Thompson. He's been Murphy Walker. And this has been the Glasgow Warriors Squadcast.